Hey guys, what's up? So if you guys remember back a while ago, I don't know, a while ago, 10, 20 years ago or something, when vitamins and multivitamins started really hitting the market, it was a huge thing and it was a big push. There's multivitamins and take all these vitamins every day. So I want to kind of address some of that, and I think where we're at today in 2015. A few years ago, there was still on that kind of track of multivitamin every day. It's good for you. Now, people have kind of backed off, and people are kind of asking and questioning, is it good for you to be having a multivitamin every day? So I'm going to let you guys know what I personally do. Multivitamin, it has a blast of like stuff in it, you know, a ton of different concentrated little pieces in this tiny little pill. So ideally what you should be doing is really eating a well-balanced diet, you know, throughout, you know, the day. But I won't even say the day, because if you don't get something one day, that's fine. Your body's not going to like freak out or something. If you don't get something in your diet for an extended period of time, then you will start to lack in, you know, a certain vitamin or mineral or whatever that's getting into your body. And then, you know, as I've already talked before, you should be getting blood tests at least once a year, and then you're going to be able to see where you're at. And I am not going to say that you should never take any supplements at all, because everybody has different absorption rates and stuff that they might not be able to get quite enough of just naturally. Even if you say, I'm eating this to get more of this, your body might have just a natural issue trying to absorb that. So you might need to have something. And that's like why I say with the whole blood, you know, taking your blood and getting that done. So that's a huge thing. But to kind of go back in with, you know, some of this stuff, you should be eating a well-balanced, you know, diet throughout like the week or whatever anyways. So that's where you should be focusing on getting your nutrients. I say well-balanced because just focusing on one thing and eating just all of that, you're going to be lacking in other stuff. So well-balanced meal, plenty of calories for what you need to maintain your weight and to be healthy and to be active and have the energy and nutrition that you need. With that said, okay, I don't really know anyone who eats perfect. I eat really, really well, and even then I work out hard. I work out 6 days a week, and then sometimes even more than that, because on the weekends I might be doing something which would be on a Saturday and or Sunday. So right now I run, I don't know, like 18 miles a week total, and then I'm in the gym lifting heavy weights on, you know, the other days. So I know that I'm sweating a lot, and I'm using a lot of, you know, everything that comes in. I'm sweating out, I'm peeing out, I'm working out hard. My body needs a lot of stuff. So what I do personally is, first and foremost, I'm going to tell you, I would use a vegan vitamin, and that's what I use. And it's, well, as you probably already know, or maybe you don't know, I'm vegan, so I don't, you know, want to use any animal products at all. So multivitamin, I do take a multivitamin, a vegan multivitamin, but I do not take a multivitamin every day. I take a multivitamin once every few days. So for me, my theory and my thinking is that I'm getting all the nutrients that I need with my diet on, you know, a daily or sort of weekly basis, depending on different things that I eat throughout the week. However, if I am lacking something, I do have a little bit of that multivitamin going, you know, into my body. When I do take my multivitamin, I do not take it on an empty stomach, because a vitamin, literally, there's nothing to it, okay? So it's not an abundance of calories or fat or fiber or protein or carbs or anything like that. It's just kind of this like concentrated dose. So literally, when I do take my multivitamin, I will eat a big meal, eat like half of a big meal, take my vitamin in the middle with like chewing my food, and swallow that down and keep eating my meal. So at least it kind of helps to break it, you know, and kind of disperse stuff. And it's not just this concentrated, there's not really many foods that have that kind of concentrations of stuff, and you don't want to just blast your system. But like I said, it's like once every few days for multivitamin. On the subject of like kind of, you know, vitamins, stuff like that, really the only thing, if you're eating a vegan diet, the mandatory thing that you would need is B12. So mandatory is B12, and then the second important thing is I would recommend for that would be taking a DHA EPA supplement, an algae-based vegan DHA EPA supplement. You can get your ALA from a lot of other like plants and stuff like that. Flax seeds, chia seeds are big, huge ones to get that in. And your body can convert some of the ALA into the other omegas, but we don't know the precise ratio. And like I said, I take a algae-based DHA EPA, which is a vegan supplement. It's like done in a laboratory with like sterile drinking water, so it's not even contaminated, from the ocean anyways. So that's my recommendation, and the multivitamin is just all your general stuff. Now, the next thing is, they're making all these multivitamins now that say, oh, like with greens, and it has this and it has that. Well, it's not going to be a replacement for, eating a big green salad, or having a bunch of it says like, oh, it has, these fruit stuff in it or whatever. It's not going to replace you having an apple and a banana and strawberries for the day. So it's not this. I know that maybe the next question down in the box is going to be like, well, if I eat really shitty, can I just take a multivitamin? No, it's missing the whole fucking point. So the point is not to eat shitty and say, oh, I found this multivitamin because it has a little bit of greens and it has a little bit of fruit stuff in it. Obviously, like a pill the size of like your pinky is not going to be the same as eating whole natural food. So that's kind of my take on it. For me, just in general, when I start to see a lot of conflicting ideas back and forth of saying multivitamins are really good, multivitamins are really bad, I kind of split right down the middle. So that's like when I say I take it like once every few days, and I take it with a big heavy meal. And that's just what I do. And but like I said, figure out what works best for you, figure out what you feel best on. I don't think you need to overdo it. Just eat well, eat properly, get your blood tests done once a year, see where you're at. If you're low on something, then you can work on that. You can find different foods and figure out what you need to put in your diet. Or if you're a little high on something, you know what you can kind of take out. So hopefully this is helpful. Any questions, leave them in the box below, and we'll talk with you guys later. Okay, have a great day. Bye.